So this is the new Colossus, and it has an interesting history. It is actually inscribed on the Statue of Liberty, and I believe there was a contest for someone to write a poem to have the inscription. Oh, for a fundraiser. And she helped Jewish refugees who've been detained by immigration authorities. So she was empathetic to the plight of immigrants, and so she wrote this poem, which is an Italian sonnet, not like the brazen giant of Greek fame, with conquering limbs astride from land to land. So, looking at the meter here, we've got unstressed, stressed, unstressed, stressed. That follows throughout. And then, if we look at the rhyme scheme, fame, and then we have flame and name. So we have A, B, B, A, B, B, A. So land and stand are BB. So again, another indication this is an Italian sonnet. And I also, on the second line, messed up because I did 3 syllables for conquering, but really it's meant to be read conquering. And then that makes a whole lot more sense because limbs is emphasized, astride from land to land. So it follows that pattern for the entire poem. Okay. The new Colossus, the title itself is an allusion to the Colossus of Rhodes, which was a statue of the Greek god Helios. And his legs were giant and they were sort of astride, and they welcomed the ships into the harbor. And it was one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. So the first thing she's saying is it's not like the old Colossus, right? Here at our sea-washed sunset gates shall stand a mighty woman with a torch, whose flame is the imprisoned lightning, and her name, Mother of Exiles. So we have this description of the Statue of Liberty. She uses alliteration in addition to the iambic pentameter to establish that rhythm that she creates, as well as the caesura with the commas within the lines, right? So the pauses within the lines. And enjambment, her name, Mother of Exiles, right? Whose flame is the imprisoned lightning. So the flame is reference to the torch that the Statue of Liberty holds, right? And Mother of Exiles, essentially is the title that she gives the Statue of Liberty because presumably many who have come to this country are refugees, or simply seeking a better life. And so they're kind of seen as exiles, because they left their country. From her beacon hand. So one of the things I want you to make sure that you do when you're reading a poem and annotating it for the first time is to look up words that you're not sure about, or words that you're like, yeah, I know, but let me look this up and see what it really means. So a beacon is a signal for guidance, right? So in addition to, her having this light, the light is supposed to be welcoming. Think back to Patty's Charcoal Drive-In, right? The kitchen light gleams like a beacon. We have the same situation going on here. This idea, almost like a lighthouse, that she is meant to help the immigrants and the people traveling across the sea to make their way over and to find their way home. So from her beacon hand glows worldwide welcome. Again, that idea that she is a welcoming presence. Her mild eyes. And so we have alliteration and then assonance. Mild eyes, that same vowel sound, command the air bridge harbor that Twin Cities frame. So I actually had to look this one up with Twin Cities. New York City and Brooklyn used to be considered separate cities, but they were considered twin cities, and they were, if depending on the angle that you're at with the Statue of Liberty, on one side of the Statue of Liberty is Brooklyn, on the other is Manhattan. And then she speaks, right, with the quotation marks here. Keep ancient lands your storied pomp, cries she with silent lips. So the syntax is a little bit irregular here. And I looked up the word pomp, which is a show of magnificence. And then I just rearranged the syntax or the order of the words so that I could translate it and make a little bit more sense about what she's actually saying. What she's actually saying with her silent lips, because she's not really a person. Keep your ancient splendor to yourselves, other countries. Like, you know what? Just, we don't need to hear about how great you are. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. the wretched refuse of your teeming shore. So wretched meaning distressed, and refuse is like trash or debris, right? Send these, the homeless, tempest tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. So what she's saying here is, give me those suffering people that you don't want. We'll take them, right? We welcome them. That's who we are. And it is fitting, obviously, because the Statue of Liberty is on Ellis Island, and or Ellis Island is famously where so many immigrants from overseas came to America for the first time.